Hello, everyone. It's the interview queen, Alicia Atout here, and I am so excited to welcome you all to my interview with Jinny. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so happy that we are finally here doing this. You have no idea.
Finally, I know we've been speaking for a while, and you would think in lockdown people would have more time, but I just haven't. But I'm finally glad that we're doing this, finally.
Finally, we are here. So, how are you doing with everything going on? You mentioned the lockdown. I know some people are just chilling out, whereas other people have been busier than ever. So, how have you been coping?
I think at the beginning of lockdown, I was really enjoying it. It was really nice. I was enjoying the peace. There weren't many cars on the road, and it was just so nice and peaceful, especially in where I live, around London area. You never get that sort of peace, and it was really nice. But now I'm kind of just itching and ready to go in the ring. I'm just ready to get back to normal. I've seen like a few people, but I'm ready to see everyone and just get back into wrestling and just live normal life.
I feel like everybody's just waiting for that A-OK where we can get back to normalcy and have our bookings and have our normal shows and travel again. Like for me, I haven't even been able to cross into the States for anything because of the ban. So it's one of those crazy things. We're all just waiting for that okay to get back to normal and have fun again.
Yes, I mean, I was actually supposed to be going to the States. I think it was a week after the ban happened. I remember I was on my way to a wedding and I got a phone call from Nina Samuels, and she said that there's been a ban traveling to the States, and we were all like, oh God, no. Because everyone was so excited. It was WrestleMania season, and it's just such a fun time to be out over in the States. I was going to be doing a tour with Progress, and I had so much to look forward to. And then, boom, no, you're staying at home.
And what's crazy for me is it was going to be the reverse, where during Mania week, I had a bunch of stuff going on in the States. And then literally a week after, I was supposed to come over to the UK in Liverpool for a huge, convention. And then that completely got scrapped. So it's kind of funny how we would have been crossing the pond at the same time.
Yeah.
What are some of the things you've been doing to pass the time while being stuck at home? Is there anything you've taken up?
I've stretched more. That was one thing that I always used to say to myself, Jinny, you need to stretch more. But I feel like sometimes when you get into stretching, it's harder to do than a workout because you've just worked out and you kind of just want to sit back, watch, I don't know, Modern Family on the TV and just relax. So I've been stretching more. I'm actually really fortunate enough to have a gym in my garage, so I've been able to work out. I have a dog, so I've been going on loads of walks. Keeping up to date with like friends and family via like video calls and WhatsApp, reading a lot, watching a ton of wrestling. I had to cut back though watching wrestling because it was actually making me miss it a lot.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's adorable and so sad at the same time.
Yeah, it really is. It was like it's so fun watching it because you can sort of watch it as a fan, but then at the same time, because you work in the industry, all you want to do is just get out there and just actually get in the ring. So it's kind of disheartening. That's why I'm ready now for the lockdown to be over, so I can just go out and just enjoy wrestling again. But it's been good. I'm just done with just being at home now.
Trust me, girl, we all are. Well, I have a really important question for you, and that is how many times does a queen say yes, queen in a day?
Oh gosh, yes, I have lost count, Queen. I have lost count.
Well, you're known for being a total fashionista. So when did you realize your sense of style was above all others?
Oh God, at a very young age. Um, my mum is literally my style icon. My mum and also her younger sister, my aunt. I remember when I was at school, it was probably maybe about 7 years old. I would go into her wardrobe and I'd get her boots, I'd get her handbags, put her jewelry on, and just sit in front of the mirror trying on her makeup. I think because it was around me, it was something that I sort of just drawn to. So I knew at a very young age that my fashion sense was just perfect.
You obviously know all the do's for fashion, but are there any don'ts or any huge fashion faux pas that drive you a little bit crazy?
Oh gosh, there's so many. I'm not a big fan of lycra. I just no for me. I don't really like too many wacky colors all in one outfit. I think you sort of always need to sort of learn to balance color. I think that's really important. Don't over accessorize as well. I think that's always the worst thing. Chunky necklace, loads of rings, loads of like big chunky earrings. No, just choose one statement piece. The list literally could just go on if I'm absolutely honest.
Yeah, it seems to be the case. But it's funny enough. I thought you were going to point out some things that I would have been accused of, and luckily you didn't. So I feel like I'm in the safe zone now, getting approved by fashionista.
I'm biting my tongue. No, but
I know something about you is that you've had an American Express card that your dad gave you since you were a very little kid. So what was the first really big purchase that you made?
A Gucci bag for school.
For school, and what grade was that in?
I don't know the grade, like the difference between like the years and the grades here, because in the UK we go by like year 1, year 2. It was year 4, so okay. God, I don't even know how old I would have been. Very young, but as I said, I always knew that I was a fashion queen since a young age, so I needed a statement piece, and that was my handbag.
And how did all the other kids, especially the girls, looking at you walking in with that expensive handbag, like what was the reaction to that?
Envy.
Of course. I have to say, it's always really awesome seeing you kicking butt on NXT UK. So how wonderful does it feel knowing you now have that title of WWE Superstar, which is something so many people long for forever to achieve?
Oh, incredible. I actually remember the day that I got the phone call, and it was just like my life just changed. That was all I ever wanted since I was 11 years old. I started watching wrestling when I was 9, but when I was 11, that's when I knew, okay, this is what I want to do. I want to be a wrestler. And I think 99% of people they start watching WWE, and that's where their passion from wrestling comes from. And that's always was my goal. It's just sometimes I have to pinch myself, if I'm honest, just to be like, okay, I've actually made it. I'm living my dream. But it's incredible. Every time you step out in the WWE ring, you always want to prove yourself. You always want to prove your worth. And obviously, in my case, I want to show everyone that I'm better than them. But it's absolutely incredible.
A huge part of wrestling is traveling with so many of the people you've created these camaraderies with. So I was curious, though, if you could have one of those long wrestling drives from city to city with any 3 celebrities, wrestlers, musicians, who would you have to have in the car with you?
If I was going to choose wrestlers, I would choose Nina Samuels. She's one of my best friends. I would choose Ilya Dragunov, and I would choose Tony Storm, and I would also choose Isla Dawn as well. I know that's 4.
We can bend the rules a little bit for the fact. Don't worry. And I like how you took the wrestler route there. So I do want to ask a music question, since I do also interview musicians. If you could have any band or artist write some entrance music for you, who would you freak out if they did so?
So originally, when I was working on the independent scene, my theme song was sung by Kerry Hilson, Turn My Swag On. So either Kerry Hilson, Gwen Stefani, or Beyonce. Just some iconic queens.
I, for some reason, kind of felt like you were going to maybe throw Spice Girls in there, but...
Oh, yeah. I do love me some Spice Girls.
When I had Nina on, we were talking about that, because I discovered that her first concert was Spice Girls, and that was also mine when I was like a wee little kid. And then she mentioned, when you get Jinny on, like, you have to bring up Spice Girls, because we already know that she would be like a posh Spice for sure.
Yeah. I was always posh Spice, even when we were kids, and at school, you always created like the Spice Girl group within your friends. I was always posh. There was just no questions there.
And the funniest thing is, Nina actually said, like, growing up, it was interesting because so many people didn't necessarily want to be posh, and then she was like, and then we finally found Jinny to fill in that gap. fashion girl, the girl who's above the rest. It was so funny when she brought it up. So I just wanted to tell you because it cracked me up.
Yeah, when we first met, I love that girl so much, but she said to me, I don't think we would have been friends at school, and I don't think me and Nina would have been friends at school. But now we're older, we're so like, she's like a sister to me. But at school, I think we were just worlds apart.
Luckily, we're not in school anymore, and we can bond those friendships now.
Yeah.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time and hopping on here. It was absolutely lovely having you on.
And thank you so much. It's good to speak to you finally.
Yes, finally. Hopefully, it'll be sooner than later where we can maybe do one of these in person one day. I would absolutely love that.
That would be amazing. I look forward to it.
Fantastic. Everybody, this has been the lovely Jinny. I am the interview queen, Alicia Atout. Be sure to check out aliciaatout.com for all exclusive interviews and features, and we will see you all next time. Bye, everyone.